And welcome everybody to the Livin Life podcast with your host Rick, myself, and the beautiful
Jerre.
Jerry's in the house, of course, as always, because it's Livin Life with Rick and Jerry. Anyways, welcome guys. This podcast is about talking just a bunch of stuff that happens in our lives and maybe yours. So a few of the topics we're going to be talking about today is the stimulus check. We're also going to be talking about the EDD, the unemployment benefits from California, which they're not even existing right now. What else are we going to talk about? We're also going to be talking about what did I do? Oh yeah, interesting stories from those old, like those Dear Prudence or Dear Abby. You remember those? No? Well, anyways, they were like little messages that people would send in anonymously to newspapers, and then they would get a response from the person, from the from the newspaper editor. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about a car that we're trying to get, but our stimulus money that is not here yet. And also a few memes and some companies that took advantage of this COVID-19 crisis with the payouts. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Again, you can find this on Stitcher, what do you call it? Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I always forget.
I know.
So welcome, guys. And as always, you can support us by clicking any of the links below. Even though you don't buy the stuff that we have on our video, if you click the link on any of them, it will take you to Amazon. And if you do happen to purchase something within the next week or whatever, then we would get a little commission. Then that would support the show. So cool. Welcome, guys. So let's get into it. So hi, Jerry.
Hi.
How are you? Good.
Yeah.
Jerry is not herself lately, but she is here, and we want to applaud her because it takes guts to go through what she's going through and keep doing what we got to do. So thank you for doing what you got to do, baby.
Thank you for acknowledging and appreciating me.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Always. All right. So first things first, if you guys don't know, what do you call it? The unemployment. No, actually, first the stimulus check. Stimulus check, we still haven't got it. We still don't have any information of when we're going to get it. We keep checking the IRS website, and it's like we don't exist. Supposedly. I mean, they know we're there. It's just they say they don't know whether we qualify for it. And we qualify for it. Because we don't make $199,000 a year. We barely make what? I don't know, 40, 50 together, which is like homeless almost. So we qualify for that. We do have a child, so we do qualify for that too. The 500. Last year, I guess we did make too much money. So this is the thing. According to their website, if you pay taxes last year, then you will not. I don't know if they said that they're not going to have direct deposit for us, but they will be mailing the check.
If you owed money?
If you owed money.
Yeah. Also, if you... Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you owed money in general, but if you had to pay taxes last year or this year, you will be getting a paper check. Oh. That's what the website essentially says. So, but, if you go to the Get My Payment tool, as they say, it's supposed to tell you when they mail the check and when you should be receiving it. But as of lately, it doesn't say anything. It just says we don't have information about you. Like we can't determine whether you're eligible or not. And it's like, come on. And then they can deposit the money. They have our bank account information. It's not like they can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, get it together.
Yeah.
And apparently, we are not the only ones that have been going through this. Apparently, um, millions and millions of Americans have not received their check yet.
I think maybe what it could be is not so much like, I think all the reasons that they give are just kind of like excuses to cover themselves.
Yeah.
But I think what it is in reality is they're letting them go in waves. So like the first wave of people get them, second wave because they're not gonna just dish out all this money.
No,
like,
I know.
You know what I mean? Because like let's say like they were to find a cure or whatever, like a vaccine for it, then they could be like, hey, okay, hold up,
Yeah.
we're not letting them out anymore.
But see, here's another weird thing. Even though you are an American citizen or you were born here in the U.S., and let's just say you happen to fall in love with an undocumented immigrant, and you fall in love, you don't know what's going on, but you get married to that individual, and you guys did your taxes together, you don't get a check because your partner is undocumented. And even though you have kids that are Americans and you're an American, you do not get a dime because you are married to an undocumented person.
Oh my gosh.
And there's been stories like that. And I know somebody like that. I mean, I'm not going to say his name, who it is, but I know he is married to somebody that's undocumented, and also the family's undocumented.
That's not right.
And I don't know if he got his check or not. Or I don't even know if he does his taxes with his partner. Because apparently if you do your taxes separate, like they do their own taxes, you do yours, then you will get it. But if you are married and you file jointly, then you don't get nothing. That is so wrong.
Yeah.
And then not only is this person that I know married to this person and has gone through that, but they also have been going through other things.
Oh, because of
their situation.
Yeah.
For example, he tried to apply for a government position in the Customs and Border Patrol, and he went through the process. He went through the whole thing. He passed his exams and everything, and it got to the point where he went to the background investigation. Background investigator asked him, to write down everybody he knows. So everybody he knows, his mom, dad, his wife, his wife's parents, siblings. Okay. And he was worried that if he put his wife's parents' stuff, they were going to kick him out of the country.
I'll kick them out of the country?
Yes. Because they're going to report him to ICE. This was back then when immigration was really hot.
Yeah.
So he was just dead scared because now he can't even apply for a position because he's married to an undocumented person. So he can't even get a job with the federal government because he knows somebody that is undocumented.
That's not right. Just because you're associated with them, it's not like you're the undocumented person. Like, I mean, I hate those laws in general.
Yeah, just like how when you applied for.
Yeah, they asked about your parents and my parents and are these citizens and
Yeah, they asked everything.
Do they have a passport
and they are. Everybody's good, but what came down to yours, you passed your interview, you passed your test, you passed the first test, and then when it came down to the very end, like your medical, they saw that you had anxiety on your medical record, and they said no.
Yeah.
Just because of anxiety.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on.
And they ask you, like,
and then now, wait, hold on. And then now, we're in this whole epidemic. Now everybody has anxiety with cleaning stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like the tables have turned.
But you see, like, they shouldn't be so discriminative. That's discriminating. I mean, like,
because of who you fell in love with.
Well, not only that too, but I mean, you can't control if you have anxiety. That shouldn't say like
you're not qualified.
Yeah,
for
you're
the
not
position.
qualified for this position. You don't even know me.
Yeah.
Let me, start off there before I get out of my probation. Then say, you know what?
Then like,
This is
yeah,
not
you know what,
for
you're
you.
not working out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're sorry. We have to let you go. But no, they right out of the,
before they even see you,
yeah,
or see how you perform, they just like, okay,
no, we don't want you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard out there.
And that's that. And that's that in the questionnaire. I remember they asked me like, it has on there like, oh, have you tried to commit suicide? Oh, have you like, because it asks if you have depression, anxiety, and then if you answer yes, then you have to go down to that, and then they want to know, have you tried to do anything for yourself
doctor
in the last 6 months? Are you being treated? And I put yes because I was going to therapy at the time.
Yeah, and your doctor at the time would have signed you off.
Yeah, because she knew
like,
that
you're good already.
Yeah,
but
no,
they didn't care about that. They just said like, nope,
yeah.
We don't care. We don't need you.
So, well, in the long run, I didn't need them because look.
Yes, you got a good job.
Look at now where I am.
But the problem now is our kid, our son.
Yeah.
My mom, good for her. She got a job.
Yeah.
Yay, mom. Love you. So mom got a job. And now it comes down to childcare. Who's going to take care of her son? How are we going to do it?
Yeah.
And it's just not, I don't trust anybody up just off the street, Like I'm not going to put an ad and have some weirdo come over here, take care of her kid, or have them go to their house to take care of. Like, no, it's terrible.
Especially too because like we don't want to ask our parents because our parents are already like up there in age and older. They're going through things already. Mm-hmm. So it's just like you don't want to put that burden on them and have them be like, I don't want to disappoint. I don't want to disappoint them because they're my children. But at the same time, I don't want to, or not that I don't want to, but I can't.
Yeah.
So I mean, personally, I feel that during this time, they should offer parents that have children, like under the age of legal age to stay home by themselves.
Yeah.
Paid time off.
Yeah.
Through this whole thing.
Well, I mean, I think they kind of are.
No, they only have it. They only have it for
through unemployment, though. But the thing is, with unemployment, is that you can't even get a check. You can't even get funded.
Yeah.
I applied as soon as this epidemic hit, and I still haven't seen money. I still haven't received my debit card.
Yeah.
This whole PUE thing that they're saying that we're supposed to be getting, because I do Uber Eats, I do Postmates, and I do Lyft, and that supplemented us as far as additional money on top of me working at my regular job, my part-time job. So that kind of made it like a full check now. So now I lost the whole Uber Eats side because I don't really want to go out there and put us at risk for catching the disease.
Yeah.
So they're saying that we're supposed to be getting $600 a week to help us out, but I haven't seen anything of that. I don't even know if I applied for the right thing. It's just there's so many questions unanswered from the state and from the government. And we still haven't got our check. And millions of you still haven't got your check.
Yeah.
And we feel for you. And we know where you're standing. Fortunately, we are both working. And my mom is currently still watching him, 3 days out of the week?
Yeah.
And she's able to help out there for 4 hours?
But, I mean, even so, I mean, even though it's a short period of time, I feel bad putting your mom in that situation.
Oh, yeah. Normally, she doesn't even have to watch him.
I feel bad, because I don't want to put her at risk either.
Exactly. I mean, what if we do catch it?
Exactly. Because we're going to work. We're going out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I feel that our employers should offer, paid family leave through this whole thing if you don't have childcare.
Yeah.
Not for we'll give you 2 weeks, but that's it. The rest you don't get paid.
Yeah.
Because we can't control what goes on right now.
Yeah.
It's not our fault that the school's shut down and it's not like we pulled him out of school and are saying, well, we want to keep him home.
Yeah.
you know, it sucks.
All right, so that's about the stimulus. Again, the whole unemployment thing. People are having issues where they can't even they can't call because the phone lines are jam packed with people. B, the offices are closed, so you can't even go talk to anybody if you really wanted to anyway. And three, the website is crashes. So my brother tried to file for unemployment. He logged in, he made an account, and when it came down to entering his information, the website kept crashing because a bunch of people were trying to submit their application too. So, I was fortunate. I put mine in the beginning before all this, hubba hubba. And but the thing is now it's just like now when I go and try to check and certify my benefits or whatever that I request, the website crashes. So I can't even put in my information of how much I made last week through my other job. I can't put none of that. So it's just bad. And people are frustrated. They're trying to do whatever they can to
survive,
so that way they can pay their bills, their rent, and everything. Meanwhile, it's just piling up. All the bills are piling up on people, and it's just crazy. and then people are going out there trying to protesting reopening the government because they don't want to, they want to go back to work and stuff, but
it's not safe.
It's just not safe. I mean, if you catch this, you don't know whether you are going to be the lucky ones to be free from it. Like, I got it. Oh, well,
it's just a cold.
It's just a cold. It feels like nothing. Or if you're going to be the ones where it's just like you feel deadly ill, you have to go to the hospital, you have to be on a ventilator. And then on top of that, your bill for the hospital is going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. Yes, your test is free, but your hospital stay is not.
Yeah, the ventilator's not free.
Exactly. So it's just some crazy thing. So now we're just gonna jump into this into these websites here.
Also, too, I was thinking, like how I was telling you the other day, like I feel that like they should allow people to have not bill free, but like reduce the amount of bill because they know that people are not getting paid. They know people are not working. Okay, yeah, you're giving us $1,200. Okay, good. Like, thank you. But guess what? We gotta eat.
Yeah, we gotta eat and
we gotta
feed
our families. But no, I mean, not only for bill. Like that money cannot cover all of our bills. No, it can't cover anybody's bills.
It'll cover somebody's bill if they live like in, I don't know, Bakersfield, because their rent's like $400.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we have rent, we have food, we need all these things that are necessities to us, and $1,200 is not gonna do a whole lot. You know what I mean? Yeah, it'll help out, but like
it's just crazy. So yeah, people are very upset. They say they're training more people. They're hiring more people, so they're saying an additional 300 staff members so they can increase the capacity of the EDD website or EDD phone lines. But they haven't. Do
you realize how many problems that's gonna cause?
Oh yeah.
Because these new hires, they're just learning. They don't know, all of the steps and everything, and the information they give people. Like they're gonna be like, I need help, I need help. So it's gonna cause an even more because now two people are gonna need help at once, or do you know what I mean? Like,
so yeah, the system's overwhelmed. The governor just says that they're hiring more people. So far, it hasn't done anything or any good. And then they asked. ABC asked all these questions to the EDD office, and they haven't got back to them. They just submitted them, and they were looking into the matter.
Right, and they're not going to get back to them.
So, but yeah, hopefully things will pan out. Don't lose hope. Keep things positive. We're gonna get our check soon. I don't know when. Soon, somewhere. But the good thing is that we're still working so far.
Yeah.
Sort of part time.
Yeah.
But we are working, and that's helping us buying towels, whatever we need at the house, food, gas,
disinfectant.
That's the most stuff that we bought. Mostly, it's just like paper towels, disinfectant, and hand sanitizer, toilet paper. And it's hard to find. No, not really, not anymore. Yeah. Not so much. All right, next subject. What was I gonna do in Dig? I don't even remember. Nothing. That one. The Dear Abby. So this is one of the questions that people would ask. Was it wrong for me to move in with my ex's dad and clean out his childhood bedroom and other advice? She moved in with her ex's dad. Father and took out all his stuff from his childhood bedroom. And probably banging the dad, I guess. So here's another one. It says, is it too late for me to tell my remote business partner I just had a baby? I'm self-employed and had a baby a few weeks ago. I'm working on a project that was supposed to launch earlier this year, but has now been pushed back to summer. I've never told my remote business partner I was pregnant because I didn't want it to be a reason to push the launch date. And I also figured he might not think I was as committed to the project once I had a baby. We only touch base every few weeks, so we're not especially close. Now that the baby is here, it feels so weird not to mention her. Since I'm working from home, you can hear her noises in the background. I'm pretty sure he thinks it's a cat. On our last call, he mentioned that I was fortunate I don't have to deal with kids at this moment in time, but I do. Is it too late for me to tell him I just had a baby? I feel anxious that he could misconstrue my omission and lack of trust with him personally. Maybe I just never saw anything. I just never saw anything. It's not like he needs to know.
No, I never say anything, so she never says.
I'll say anything.
I think she should have said when he asked, or when he told her that she doesn't have to deal with kids, and then just be like, "Oh, but I do. I forgot. I
completely blanked out, but I just had a kid."
Yeah, I just had a baby. I mean, but it's hard to hide the baby. They see each other every few weeks.
Well, I mean, if they're sitting down or something.
I was pregnant. I was huge. Like, you can't, like.
Well, see, some baby bumps you can't tell.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I think she should tell him. I mean, what's the worst that he can say? He can't fire her.
So, yeah. But the New York Times said Katie Weaver advises the letter writer to gaslight their business partner by acting though as he's known about the baby all along. I told you I was going to have a baby.
Oh, my God.
In all likelihood, he would be too embarrassed to reveal he was ignorant of your life-changing event. That actually is pretty good. She writes, people hate admitting they don't know something, especially something they should know.
Unless he's one of those persistent ones, like, no, you never said
you
anything.
Never told me, like, super smart. Like, you never told me that.
But then again, she can play it off. She can play it off as like, oh, I thought I told you.
Yeah, I thought I told you. I told you in that meeting. Like,
I guess it can go both ways, but she shouldn't be ashamed to tell him that she had a baby. Like, not unless she has feelings for him or something.
No, I think what it is that, they were working on a project, and it's just like she never, and they, the baby might interfere with the project. That's her fear, or that's her fear, and maybe the other guy's fear. So here's another one. Should I apologize for accidentally flashing my work team on a video call?
Oh my goodness.
After a video team meeting today, I hung up the call and proceeded to get undressed for a shower. After a few seconds, when I significantly but not completely undressed, I noticed that the app had frozen and was still open. The rest of my team had been staying on for a different meeting, so I prayed it had disconnected for the end and closed it. At the meeting with our team leader in the afternoon, she gently let me know that it had not disconnected and told me it wasn't a big deal. Obviously, I am deeply mortified and basically want to die right now. Should I reach out to the other team members and offer an explanation, apology? Also, can you tell me that some days everyone will forget this happened and I'll stop reliving it in my head while wanting to barf, even if it's not true? Everyone on my team is great, and I'm sure will act like it never happened, but I always know what they've seen. So it says Allison Green acknowledges that this is everyone's nightmare and rules that the letter writer doesn't have to apologize for it. Stuff like this happens, and decent coworkers do not forever associate with the person it happened to. Mostly, they will feel empathy and probably care about you feeling comfortable again.
Unless they're jerks.
Yeah, unless they're pervs. Like, hey, you remember Stacy? You remember Stacy who got naked on the camera? Yeah.
Terrible.
What?
It seems too long of a story, though.
Okay, so this one's about stolen photos. Oh, here we go. This is the one.
Oh, that's the first one?
Yeah, that's the very first. Am I a jerk for dating my ex's dad and then clearing out my ex's childhood bedroom?
What revenge?
I moved in with my significant other of 2 years after my pay was reduced in February due to everything that's been happening, and it didn't make financial sense for me to live in my own apartment anymore. My
significant other.
My significant other is my ex's boyfriend's dad.
Ex-boyfriend's dad.
Ex-boyfriend's dad. Sorry.
That's okay. Do you want me to read it?
Sure, go ahead. Sound feminine.
No, thank you. I'm already feminine. Forget you. And now I'm living in the home where my ex-boyfriend grew up. My ex doesn't live or doesn't visit.
Hey, let me read it. My ex doesn't visit the house at all. I suggested to my significant other that we should move everything out of my ex's childhood room. Let me use it to store some of my stuff. And let me use it as a personal office lounging room. My significant other agreed. So I boxed up everything in my ex-boyfriend's childhood room and moved them to the garage, including the furniture. I redecorated the room and made it mine. Before I even moved things, I emailed my ex about this and told him he should come by and take a look at what he wants to keep or sell or donate. After not hearing from him after 3 weeks, today he texts me all sorts of names and
For clearing out
and taking his room. I'm really trying to be sensitive and nice here, but he's making this very difficult with the rage-filled outbursts in text. Why does my ex feel like he owns his childhood room when he doesn't even visit? Is it sad and bizarre? What do you feel, Jerry? Before we read the... How would you feel if just...
It doesn't apply.
No, just...
I'm a female.
No. How would you feel if... Now I'm going to put it in my context.
Yeah,
all right.
Please.
My brother and my nephew leave my parents. My mom divorces my dad for whatever reason. And now a girl has moved in with my father, and now she's sleeping in my old room, clearing out.
No, not even sleeping, just using it as her office.
As her office, and removed everything that I had in there.
And come to find out it's your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, dang. I'd be like, what? That'll be weird.
It is.
I don't know. I guess I would be upset because it's like, dude, you and me, you know, we did stuff.
The deed.
Yeah, we did stuff. And
now you're doing it with my dad.
Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. Oh, man.
Well, she got the ultimate revenge. As nice and sensitive as she's being here,
but what
she
if
got her revenge.
She's the one that caused the relationship to him?
Doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it because he's angry and calling her all kinds of names, and
I guess
he probably broke up with her or cheated on her, and she probably was like,
All right, so this is what they replied. So the commenters on the Am I the Asshole subreddit vote that this letter writer is a jerk both for clearing out his ex's room and for dating his ex's dad. You have no claim to that house. You're the girlfriend, not a spouse. One of them writes, you shouldn't be the one contacting your ex about moving things in his dad's house. His father should. Read the rest of the answers.
yeah, it's true. Because, I mean, it's like almost like she wants to get back at him. Like, hey, move all your stuff out. Like, no, you better come get your stuff. If not,
I'm going to throw it out.
Yeah. But even though it's a jerk move, I would have to say that's like the ultimate revenge.
Oh, this is weird. Check this one out. How can I shut down the mutual attraction between me and my brother-in-law while we're in quarantine together? Because of the coronavirus, I am staying in my late mother's home with my husband, his brother and wife, and our young children. This seems like a good idea, so we could share chores and childcare. Two of us are still working from home full-time, but the situation has become uncomfortable for me because I am extremely attracted to my brother-in-law. I had hoped this feeling will die down, but it has gotten worse. Over the past 3 weeks, I have become aware that he seems to be lusting after me. My husband and I rarely have sex, owing to his lack of interest, which set in after the second child was born. So I'm frustrated and I'm afraid that something is going to happen. Or the others in the house will pick up on the vibe between us. How can I stop this feeling?
Get out. Get out of that house. That's not your house. Get out.
Yeah. Pamela Stevenson Connolly urges the letter writer to avoid being alone with the brother-in-law and to focus on improving their marriage. Like many others, you may be unconsciously drawn to a peril that you can't control. She writes, recognize this and set firm boundaries.
That's true. Like,
that's crazy though. Like, you are attracted to your brother-in-law? That's weird. Your sister's,
your husband's brother. So it would be like me having an attraction to your brother. Like,
that's so weird.
But you see, like a mature woman would say, like, let me not put myself in the situation.
Yeah,
I know that it's wrong because obviously she's saying I don't want nothing to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you're gonna be around your husband a lot more. Make sure that the kids are in the room. Make sure that, you know, don't put yourself in situations where it's
don't be alone with that person.
Exactly. Or dress, provocative. Don't wear a bra. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, there's like steps that she could take that'll. And then as far as like having sex with her husband, like, spice things up, girl. Like, you had 2 kids. Like, obviously you know what you're doing.
But what she's saying is that the husband is not the one spicing things up.
I know. But just because the husband is not the one spicing things up doesn't mean that she gets a free ride somewhere else.
That's true. But you shouldn't be looking for somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying. You doesn't mean you get to go get a free, hall pass, a free ride because your husband says, no, I'm not into it. You know what I mean? Like, you try to work on your husband.
Oh, dude, that is weird.
It's only because it's probably quarantine that she's like, oh.
That's what they're saying. Imagine they do end up hooking up.
No,
and they make a baby.
Don't say that.
And then the baby is born like in December, January.
Then the husband would know.
Whoa.
The husband would know.
Dude, that is crazy. Okay.
Don't.
That is crazy. All right, next subject. Moving on.
Yeah.
We're talking about a used car. We're trying to get a used car. I recently sold my Lexus LS400 1996, which was a good car, but I gotta admit the car was a gas hog.
Total
Gas hog. I would put $20, go to work, which my work is what, 6 miles away. I can go back and forth to work in the morning, and obviously after not evening but midday, coming back home. That's 12 miles total. And I would put $20, and my tank would be empty by the beginning of the third day. So my car would spend gas like crazy. Now, example, your truck, which is a Ford Escape hybrid, we put $20, and you can go to work, which is 30 miles of driving total, and come back, and you can have $20 gas. It'll last you like almost a whole week. Versus me, $20 will last me.
No, like a week and a half.
Yeah, like
because
a week
by
and
the
a half.
second week, I'm already kind of like low, and I'm like, okay, I need to put gas.
Yeah. So it's crazy. I sold my car for cheap. I sold it for I wanted $1,500, but I ended up getting $1,200. And now I need not a new car, but I need another used car.
Used car.
A new used car.
New to you.
So I don't know what should I get. I don't know whether if I should get a Prius. Well, first of all, I need to get my stimulus check. Because if I don't get my stimulus check, I'm going to end up buying a hoopty. Like
the hoopty that you were trying to buy?
Yeah, I was trying to get, guys, a Toyota Corolla, a 99. Toyota Corolla, 4-cylinder, you guys know. Gas savers. Those are like every kid's or every teenager's college present or high school present after they graduate high school. That car is like the staple for graduating. Like you would get one of those after you graduate. So I was looking into one of those, but this car was so jacked up. The paint was chipped off. It was missing the grill. The front bumper was already like falling off. The back bumper was already cracked and broken. But I mean, the guy only wanted what, $600.
$600.
But the car was running. But I just didn't hit on all 8 cylinders, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I feared that if I went to go get this car would be trash.
Well, not only that too, but it was like all the way super far from where we are.
It's a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, so it's
even without traffic.
And what sucks is that if you went out there, you saw it, and you're like, no,
exactly.
It's not what pictures,
all the time and the money
and the gas.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
No.
It's been hard, guys. It's been hard to find a car. I mean, I wish I already had my stimulus money, because then I've been seeing tons of Priuses and tons of trucks like yours. I wouldn't mind getting another one like yours, a hybrid. I wouldn't mind for $22,000, $2,500. We've seen as low as like $1,500. Mm-hmm. Some problems, but fixable. Daddy can fix. Daddy can repair.
Daddy. By daddy, you mean you. Not your daddy.
Not my daddy. Me. Because I'm a dad. Okay. So, yeah, man, it's just been really hard to find a flipping car. I mean, we've been going to OfferUp every day, trying to look for cars. And people want the most exorbitant amount of money for a junk.
Yeah. For
like a car that doesn't work. Transmission's broken. Engine's failing.
But what they want?
They want like 1,000.
500.
They want like 1,000. Like for example, it was like what, a Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
Oh, transmission slipping, 1,000. Like, dude, the car is not worth 1,000. Your transmission replacement is what, like $400, $300. Plus, I have to take my time and I have to tow the car to probably my parents' house, because that's the only place where I have space to actually do the job.
Yeah.
So it's just not worth it for me.
Oh, and tags are expired.
Oh, tags expired.
They expired October 2018.
Like 5 months ago.
It's
like, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been hard. I've been looking. I'm even looking at some of these like Ford Rangers, like a nice one. I'm even down for this. Well, no, not that Tacoma. Look, it has that like workers stuff in the back.
Gardeners thing.
It's just been a hard battle trying to look for a nice car that will save me money gas wise and not have to worry that it's gonna blow up on me or
Cause you any more problems.
yep, cause any more problems that what we already have with this whole Corona thing.
Without breaking the bank.
Yeah.
Cause.
So right now I'm just borrowing my parents' car, and so we can get around when we have to take our son to my parents' house and to to go to work. But I'm just trying to find it. And my mom's like, you better find a car fast. You better find a reliable car fast. I was like, Mom, I can't buy anything reliable until I can't get anything reliable until I get my stimulus, because $1,200 is not even going to get me this Camry right here. And I wouldn't mind a Camry like this, even though it's all tore up. See, this one runs daily drives $1,400, but I can't afford that. I barely have $1,200. So it's been hard. Wish me luck, guys. And if you guys have any suggestions of what kind of car I should look for, put them in the comments below and let us know. Especially if you find a good one.
That
works. See, like this one. This guy is selling his van for parts.
And that's what a lot of them are too. Is like parts.
Yeah. Like, for parts. Only for parts. Or like, some cars, they're cheap, like dirt cheap, but their tags have been expired for like 3 years, and they owe like $1,000 in tags. And
they blew a couple gaskets.
Yeah, and they blew a head gasket.
Yeah, and it's like, or their salvage title.
Or they'll salvage title.
Yeah,
salvage title. Now, there's a lot of scams in these websites. Yeah. Tons of scams. If you find a post that says, "Oh, email me at jenniferlawrence@gmail.com," and they put like these weird symbols on Gmail,
look,
do not fall for it.
Perfect example. Click on the 2008 Toyota Prius right there. They want $1,100.
Oh yeah, look, check it out. 2,800. No tires in the back.
No, 1,000. They want 1,100, and the car doesn't even run.
Chocado, crashed. Doesn't have tires.
But they want $1,000 for it.
Todo está ahí, solamente las llantas no las tiene. Everything's there except the tires aren't there. Yeah, but look at the freaking front. Look at that.
It's like, oh yeah.
Like frame damage and everything. This freaking bumper is off to the side over here. Some people.
They want 1,000.
No thanks, Carol.
Firm on price. Firm on price.
Firm on price.
Firm on price. It's like.
Or a lot of these are like, it'll say like 1,500, and then you click on it, and it's like down payment.
Mm-hmm. or
like what the heck?
Or it'll be like $800. You click on it, $800 a week to rent.
A week to rent,
like, and it's just like, are you kidding me? Like,
it's hard, guys. So if you guys find a nice one in LA, let us know in the comments.
Or if you guys know of apps where they sell cars and such that are not scams.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the memes, the quarantine memes. There are two types of people in this world. Avoid both of them. Avoid both of them. Oh, man. That's a good one.
Avoid them both.
Same shit. Avoid both of them, okay?
Okay.
Me in quarantine, like, is tomorrow Sunday?
For real.
Or June?
For real. For real. That's how it feels.
That's the way it feels. Like, what's today? Friday?
It's like, wait.
No, today's Sunday.
Yeah. What?
Like, dang. Like, next one. For $50, I'll do whatever you want. Do you know how to cut hair? Oh, that's a good one.
That's funny.
This one's from Twitter, from Saint or S Terrier 666. It's a good one. I don't know if he made it, but it's funny. I think that's Jesse Pinkman, right?
It looks like it.
Hey, bitch.
Yeah,
Oh man. All right, next one. Oh, this is a scandal right here. Students with crippling debt, and then Harvard University explaining why they need their coronavirus bailout. Look, this one, oh man. Harvard, was it, got $40 billion endowment, right?
Yeah.
And then they still receive $8 million from the federal government to help them. Help them with what? They had $40 billion endowment. But I mean, they returned the money to the government. But still, they shouldn't be qualified to get any money because of how much money they already make.
Yeah, they're not suffering.
And it's not like they have to pay their students to attend classes.
Their students pay them.
Exactly. And it's not like they have to pay the athletes anything.
The athletes make them money.
Exactly. They're not paying teachers anything because they're not working. I mean, unless they are, but I mean, from what I see, I don't think so. And then another company that's been taking money is Shake Shack.
What? No.
Shake Shack took $10 million, I believe, in those forgivable loans that were supposed to go to small businesses with under 500 employees, and they took $10 million of that through a loophole on that forgivable loan thing. So, but I mean, I think they returned the money, but now the CEO is saying that the government should be not careful, but should be giving money to all companies, no matter how many employees they have.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I feel it's right, but I feel like it's kind of, he's trying to give a justification on why they wanted the $10 million.
I think, honestly,
but I mean, that's a scummy move to begin with.
I think that it's wrong.
Yeah.
I think that it's wrong, and I don't think that they're in the right. That
especially because they're a chain.
Exactly. Not only are they a chain, but they're a well-known chain.
Exactly. Nationwide chain.
Exactly. And they have a lot of business through, so they should have no problem.
Exactly. And it's not like, and then some other stores are closed, so they're not even paying some employees.
Yeah. So
like, come on.
Yeah.
And then you're still earning revenue through to-go orders on the restaurants you still have open. So,
yeah, they should be giving it to like local businesses, local businesses, local restaurants
that really need it.
Yeah, like restaurants that are just up and come, like mom and pop, because it's like nobody knows about them. No, like you said, no, they're not a well-known chain, so it's like they have no client, like a lot of clientele.
And then now they're investigating, like, all the banks, Bank of America, to see why they've been giving money to big corporations that have not been, that they don't need. See, that's the thing. It's like the government gives money to these banks, and these banks will give money to their friends, whoever, they invest in. And they don't give a crap about Joe Blow's barbershop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't care about that. All they care about is their end and securing their assets.
Yeah.
Securing their ass.
Assets.
All right, so that's all the topics we got for you today. Again, you can find us on Stitcher, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to click on any of the links below to help us fund our channel. And we want to thank all the subscribers and watchers of our channel because we finally are monetized again. Yay! We finally finished the criteria, which is the 4,000 hours we watch time. So thank you guys. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hit that like button, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you guys know exactly when we release the newest podcast or stuff we make or anything. And again, we have a collaboration soon.
A couple.
Couple collabs. So that's awesome. And if you guys are watching our show, if you guys want to collaborate with us, hit us up on the email that's in my profile, I believe, on YouTube. So you can hit us up there. Find us on Reddit. Find us on Twitter. Find us on Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.